Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Sunday, the 21st of November, 2021. And we're publishing our gold and silver weekly update for the week ending Friday, the 19th of November. This video is identical to the update we published yesterday, but under a different thumbnail and heading to test both their popularities. We also, of course, publish our forecast for this coming week. So let's take a look. First, the metals. Gold fell $18 last week, falling from $18.65 to $1,846, having hit a high of $18.77 and a low of $18.43, a fall of almost 1%. In sterling terms, gold finished the week at £1,373. That's down £17. And in euros, it closed at 1,636 euros. That's actually up 6 euros. Silver fell 71 cents, falling from $25.32 to $24.61, having hit a high of $25.42 and a low of $24.57, a fall of 2.8%. In sterling terms, silver closed at £18.32. That's down 56 pence. And in euros, it closed at 22.83 euros. That's down 0.30 euros. The gold to silver ratio rose from 73.6 to 1 to 75 to 1. Seems to like that 75 to 1 sort of figure. Bitcoin fell $5,059 and currently stands at $58,610 per Bitcoin. Now, looking at the equity markets, the Dow Jones closed on Friday at 35,601, down 268 points on the day and down 499 points on the week. The S&P 500 closed at 4,697. That's down 6 points on the day but up 15 points on the week. And the Nasdaq Composite closed at 16,057, up 63 points on the day and up 197 points on the week. So a slightly mixed bag between the Dow Jones and the S&P and Nasdaq. Brent crude, looking at the oils now, closed at $78.89. Now that's down quite a significant $3.28. And WTI crude closed at $75.94, down $4.85 on the week, though we suspect that next week that differential will reduce. A sight we're pleased to see, in fact, and hope that these prices fall even further in the coming weeks. We won't hold our breath for significant declines, but as the dollar strengthens, we can envisage this happening. The dollar index stands at 96.03. Now that's up 0.91 on the week and follows the previous week's rise of 0.80. And has reached our forecasted figure, which we mentioned in our daily morning updates all week. Where it goes from here is a little more difficult to tell. We still think the dollar is more likely to strengthen going forward, but perhaps we may have a little bit of consolidation. Now, we concluded last week's video with the following gold and silver forecast. This is what we said. We expect to see gold trading between 1820 and 1910, with 1790 and 1930 as outliers. We can see silver trading between 2430 and 26, with 2375 and 2650 as outliers. Now we can immediately see that gold traded well within the center, in fact, of our normal range, with quite an incredibly tight margin between its high and low for the week of just $34. So there was not huge movement for gold last week. Silver also operated well within our trading range with a difference of 85 cents, generally a bit lower than normal because it tends to hover around that $1 mark between its high and low. Although it is smaller than usual, it's not surprising bearing in mind the relative lack of economic data coming out last week. Now that said though, the robustness and strength of the US dollar would under most circumstances have driven gold and silver prices much lower, were it not for the concern that inflation is with us for some time to come and the European Central Bank already stating it will not raise rates even if inflation ebbs higher, which is why we've seen quite a considerable fall in the value of the euro this past week. Looking at economic data that came out of the United States, we can see that the retail sales figures announced on Tuesday had the greatest impact, coming in for October at a positive 1.7%, compared with a positive 0.8% in September and expectations of plus 1.5%. Industrial production was also significantly higher than expectations, and continuing jobless claims showing a further decline. On the negative front, import prices were higher than anticipated, and initial jobless claims were marginally higher than expectations. Now, before we look at gold and silver in a little more depth, let's see what economic data is on the horizon this coming week. Now, on Monday, we have existing home sales for October. Tuesday, market manufacturing flash PMI for November and the market services flash PMI. The flash PMIs give us a guide to the final ones, which are normally produced the following week. Now, on Wednesday, we have some significant data. We have weekly jobless claims, GDP revision for quarter 3, gross domestic income for quarter 3. Then we have durable goods orders, core capital goods orders, personal income, consumer spending, core inflation, and new home sales, all for October. We then also have the UMich Consumer Sentiment Index for November and the FOMC minutes, which many people will pay some attention to. Now, Thursday is a Thanksgiving Day holiday, of course, and on Friday there is actually nothing scheduled at this stage. So Wednesday is what we call the data dump day. Watch this closely. And also potential positions being closed before the Thanksgiving holiday. Manufacturing figures on Tuesday may also be a little noteworthy. Now, looking at gold, it fell almost 1% on the back of a strong US dollar, which rose almost 1%. Technically, we have resistance at $1,900 psychologically, and $1,916, that's $1,916, which represents June's highs. Support is seen at the 10-day moving average of 1852, the psychological level of 1850 beneath that, the 1835 level beneath that, which previously acted as quite strong resistance. The MACD histogram points to consolidation. Silver attempted a bit of a rally on Friday and failed to follow through, closing near to its week's low. We see some support at 24.50 and resistance at 25.50. And any movement between these figures is just noise, and a breakdown or break up out of this channel will give a good indication of silver's direction for the next few weeks. The problem we have with silver right now is potential fear in our view. Yes, like gold, it is adversely affected by the strong US dollar for sure. But unlike gold, traders are worried about the announced close downs in Austria due to COVID-19. Similar actions may be carried out in Germany and other European states, and even the UK has not ruled out further lockdowns before Christmas, even though this will prove incredibly unpopular from a political point of view. If the world moves into such a state, and we're also seeing major problems in China too, then the industrial demand for silver will once again fall, and this, in our view, is affecting the price short term. Any stall in global economic recovery will not be good for silver. We also still have to have an eye on Russia and Ukraine, and also tensions between the US and China. None of these should be factored out of the equation. So, bearing all of this in mind, how do we see gold and silver prices performing this coming week? Well, much will depend on the economic data published on Wednesday, and also whether the US dollar is going to continue its rise, or perhaps settle a little. Now, either way, our best estimate is that we expect to see gold trading between 1810 and 1910, with 1790 and 1930 as outliers, so not a huge discrepancy. We can see silver trading between $24 and $25.60. We are a bit concerned about the fall on Friday, with $23.50 and $26 as outliers. Now, what do you think? Do share your thoughts. We may not comment on them completely, but we certainly do read them. Now, before we go, just a quick shout out to two videos we produced towards the end of last week, which frankly did not get much viewing. They're both similar, so if you haven't listened to either, then please follow the link below to one of them. There's only a need to listen to one of them. And they're entitled How Top Billionaires Have Become Richer and What We Should Invest In, and Where Is Your Money Invested and How Well Has It Performed. And as mentioned, links below. Meanwhile, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel, not forgetting to press the bell sign so you're notified of our videos as and when they are published. And finally, as always, we wish you a safe, enjoyable weekend, a shout out to our video tomorrow too, and a prosperous week ahead. Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.